why do you think, personally, us as humans, obviously, we have the need to want to be associated with something? And I think that's so interesting with Democrats equals blue, Republicans equals red.
Difficult question. Well, we all want to belong to some respect. And I think that we all want to be near people who think like us. Mm-hmm. And I think as long as you could provide a label so people could gather and feel safe in their beliefs, I think that's what people feel comfortable with. Now, I agree with you. You have to be outside your comfort zone. In order to be in order to affect change, I think you have to be able to be open-minded. You have to be able to see both sides. And I feel that I am one of those people who invites both right and left points of opinion to the table.
And talk to me about any issue. I'm not afraid to tackle anything. And I'm not afraid to challenge my own views on topics.
What do you think that is? What is it that's, you've seen all these championships, what is it that drive, that spark? Everyone says that he's struggling, failures, and that's amazing. But they are, we see that common trait, and that's another question I listed. But obviously a very tough question. What do you feel that, what if you haven't had a tragedy in your life? What if you have a golden spoon in your mouth and have everything it is? Is it wrong to say that that person can still have that incredible hunger and drive? They can. Where do you feel that it comes from? Because you hear about how bad do you want all these motivational speeches.
Having been in the sport almost over 30 years.
Is it genetic disposition? Is it
35 years? I've encountered a range of people in the sport of wrestling, and it's probably the same in a lot of other sports, where they come from an array of backgrounds that are very diverse.
Nonetheless, if we are the professionals, all we have to say is, has Zillow, Redfin, or Trulia ever been inside your home? I've been in your home. I've been in your neighbor's home. All the other homes that sold in your neighborhood. So the true knowledge comes from a living, breathing agent who is a specialist. So whenever a client comes to us and says, we see this on Zillow. Okay, great. Well, we don't have to defend why Zillow doesn't have the most accurate information. We just begin to provide them with the most accurate information, and then they start to see that, oh wow, there is a complete lag or misappropriation of data and facts and etc. Because one is a lead generation tool, and for us, we're providing just raw information that is live to the market. So we just have to kind of show our value at the end of the day to every client.
Yes! State Assembly Member 27th District San Jose. You know what? Just go live. Just go live. Okay. We're natural. 5 minutes. That's good to hear. 5 to start the wind down process. 3, 2, 1. Cool, perfect. And boom, we're live. I'm with Osh Kora, 27th District San Jose State Assembly Member. We want to break down for you, bring you guys some value, just talk about what is a state assembly member? What does he do? I want to learn at the same time. So thank you guys for you guys that are joining us. If you ask any questions, we'll get to them at the end if we can and try our best. And we'll be sharing this, uploading it later. But Ash, take the floor, educate me. Let's learn a little bit today from the man himself.
So a lot of us learn when we go to school about federal government, about president, Supreme Court, about House of Representatives, and the U.S. Senate, Congress, right? And so the state assembly is the state level part of that same system, but for the state jurisdiction. Right. And so similar to the federal government.
Dealing with parents, and I said two different worlds, right? Because dealing with parents and for those parents who are listening, when you're a coach, and then dealing with parents, I don't know which one's worse.
Yeah.
Dealing with parents when it's, the back to school night, etc. You either have those parents that are working so damn hard they can't even show up to anything, right? And then you have those parents that are way more involved than they should be on a level that they're scrutinizing, causing drama in that way. You've been in the military. I don't have to tell you on how to deal with that, but what are your thoughts there, at least for any parents that
Well, for me, I think the key is communication, and I think that if you are very clear in your expectations and you communicate that, I think that I have very few problems, and I think, I don't know if that's by design or just the luck of the draw, but I think that when a problem arises, I have no problem meeting with a parent and sitting.
Pacific Islanders, equally diverse, great area, great culture, and then you need great bosses like this to hold things down and keep things doing very well. But
it's an amazing school. There's cultural representation from around the world, which makes it very strong.
The AP participation was at close to 70%, right? From certain sources, mathematics and English is like better than the district and the state. Eastside Union High School District, they're ranked number 1 out of the 18 schools. So no bias here as alumni.
Let's see, almost 98% graduation rate, 71% college readiness rate, so very, very high. 94% college going rate, which is also very high,
Wow. I'll ask you, well, after we take a quick tour, we'll sit down and talk a little more, and then I want to ask her more stories about, just for example, we had another great student go to Stanford and was in the paper. I saw some news and I was doing my homework on you. Tons of stories, but we'll get to them then.
This is the entry building, and that's where most people will enter it from this side. And usually Nishan Sahib is in front of the Gurdwara. This part was 40 acres. Well, actually it was a 60 acre, but Mirillo Avenue was cutting through it.
Right.
And so we bought everything east of Mirillo, which is the Gurdwara Avenue now, 40 acres east of Mirillo.
It all started with a vision, right? And then now you have
and we ended up with this waterfall because we had to terrace the sloping land, and rather than having a big drop here, we made a waterfall.
Waterfallers adapt, just find a way.
Start this, and I'm talking about anger, like when people try to pick a fight with you, and jiu-jitsu gives you the opportunity to like speak with that person and reason with them without having to hurt them. And 100% of the times that it's happened to me, which has been about 3 times, the person always calms down 100%. I usually stand up and I help them up and they shake my hand. So it's amazing the power that jiu-jitsu can give you, and give other people, even if they don't realize it's helping them.
Exactly. That's the beautiful thing, because what's happening there is ego, right? And that's so much off the mat there that what it does is essentially it humbles people. Yeah. We all been tapped. We're all gonna be tapped. But to let the ego go and just tap, and I'm gonna learn from this, kind of translates to life, right? In that way that.
In the west side of San Jose, in the Del Monte cannery area, doesn't exist any longer. We have condos there, beautiful condos. Yeah. And the only thing that is left of the area that I grew up in is the water tower. It's a beautiful reminder of where my parents made a living and provided a home for me. It's over by
and what's the closest thing to there?
Orchard Supply is still there.
Okay.
Orchard Supply is still there. And the old railroad tracks are still there. Okay. Omar's mother still lives there.
She does.
Yeah, Omar still lives there.
So we're gonna pull her in there.
And the Gardner Community Center is still there. Okay. And there's still a lot of issues there, and I love that area. Okay. But what was beautiful about that area is that it was a very immigrant community. It was a very close-knit community. And
your money and property can be passed on to your friends, family, charities, whatever, and avoid probate. Probate is where you have to take the fact of your death into the court system. If you don't have a will, you have to have the court approve of what's happening with your things going to your people.
Right.
That can be very time consuming. That can also be very costly. As an example, there are statutory fees for probating someone's estate. When I was looking at numbers, this is San Jose. It's not hard for someone to be worth $2 million. You have an average house, I think I saw on the news this morning, $1.3 million.
Right.
It was the median price of a house in the South Bay. So to be worth $2 million is not too hard to imagine. If you were worth $2 million upon death, you'd have a $22,000 statutory fee.